house at the moment he still has a little stuffed toy wombat that he cuddles and sucks on the ear of or the mouth of when he sleeps. So he still shows a lot of, I guess, very baby-like character, and well, we love him to bits for that. He's definitely a little cutie. Now we actually believe Tonka likes coming out here for these presentations and these shows. And what helped us to determine that was that we had, oh, he's so cute. We had, some of you may have heard of Cyclone Yasi coming through Townsville last year. Have we got any locals here today? You guys, anybody else? You guys local? Okay. So we had Cyclone Yasi come through, and what happened though was, it didn't directly hit Townsville as such, but we did cop a lot of that side effects from the cyclone itself, and Billabong Sanctuary here in particular, we suffered terribly from that cyclone and had a lot of significant damage to the point where we closed this park for a whole 10 weeks in order to fix up the place and have it safe and, I guess, nice for you guys to come back and visit. So there was months and months where we were fixing the whole place up, and what that meant though was for poor Tonka here and a lot of our other animals was that we weren't having visitors come through the park, which meant we weren't having shows happening and we weren't bringing animals out of their enclosures. So Tonka was one of, I guess, the main sufferers from that, and because he wasn't coming out here, the only attention or contact he really had with people was we'd send a ranger into his enclosure once a day to check on him, to change his water over, to give him fresh food and to clean out his little bedding in his house. So he wasn't really getting what he's getting right now. None of that love and affection and cuddles. Now he was almost asleep then. Within about a minute of sitting here, he falls asleep. So he's quite comfortable with it all. And so over that 10 weeks, what started to happen for Tonka though was his body weight started to drop quite significantly, and we got really worried about him. It was a very sudden drop, and nothing we offered him was of any interest to him. So he didn't want to eat. It didn't matter what we tried to give him. We changed his diet over and over again. Nothing we did we could get him to eat, okay? He was just not interested. And we couldn't work out what was going on. We ended up getting a couple of vets out here to take some samples, some blood tests, to check that he had no disease or any sort of internal illness we didn't know about. But everything came back normal. It was a bit of a mystery. But what actually happened though, once we opened the park back up after that 10 weeks and started doing presentations again, we actually used our other two wombats we've got here. If you haven't checked them out yet, definitely have a look at them. They do look a bit different to Tonka. But anyway, we started using those two wombats, and what happened was Tonka would come out of his house, which was